Hello and welcome back to the Simply Street English podcast with me, Jake. If you're learning English and want to hear how native English speakers really talk, especially about everyday kind of stuff, then you're in the right place. I think I've already mentioned my name's Jake. There you go. I'm tired today. I'll try not to repeat myself too much. I have started this podcast, but I'm also doing the videos again, hopefully with a bit more consistency. So check them out if you haven't seen them already on YouTube. If you're already on YouTube listening to this, then you already know. But if you don't know, then Simply Street English on YouTube. And there's more interview style questions, I suppose, on there with people on the street. Yeah. One more thing I'd like to say before I start this episode is the Patreon. I'm really trying to develop it for you. So if you have any input, any questions, any ideas, definitely get in touch. If you want to just check it out as well, that's amazing. So let me just start then. So today I'm going to be speaking about something that is super common, something you'll do every day in your language, and you might do it every day in English as well. That's talking about your likes and your dislikes, as you will have seen that this podcast is called. So you probably want to get comfortable now, do your washing up, go for that run, stick this podcast on, and whatever you're doing, just listen along, and hopefully it's interesting as well as something to listen to in English. So yes, like I said, likes and dislikes are really common. You'll probably talk about stuff, like a new series episodes that you liked with your friends. You'll probably talk about likes and dislikes to break the ice with people on a date. To break the ice means to get a conversation flowing, I guess, make it less awkward. So you talk about things that are easy to talk about to break the ice with people. Or if you're just, making small talk with people, you'll need to say what you like and what you don't like. So it's possibly something quite basic. It just depends what level you're at. So I think, though, the best thing to think about in this sense is it's okay just to say, I like that, or I don't like that. You don't have to come up with crazy ways to speak in English. It's only, I guess, if you're getting to a good level that you can change it up. But so I will show you some interesting natural ways to change that. But as a general rule, it's okay just to say, I don't like that, or I didn't like that. In English, most of the time, we're not that inventive, we're not that creative. We just use I like and don't like, and that's fine. However, you do need to know other things that we say in case someone uses something really very native and it blindsides you a bit. To be blindsided is when something surprises you, I suppose. It comes from the blind side, the side that you couldn't see. So that's what I mean by that. I hope as well it's interesting, or at least useful, when I try and, if I use a phrase and then explain it. When I listen to podcasts, I really appreciate it when the speaker explains certain things and idioms that they use, etc. So I hope that's interesting for you, and it's not you're not bored by it, or you think it's too. If your English is that good, that you understand a native speaker, then maybe this podcast isn't for you, because I'm trying to help people who are more of a middle level. But if you are very advanced, you're more than welcome to stay. So let's get started with some basics on what you like and dislike. So I like pizza. I really like pizza. That's a fact, okay? So if I'm going to talk about food, I will just say I like pizza, I like curry. I really like is a good way to emphasize it. To emphasize is to, gosh, I didn't look this up. I know how to use this word. I can explain it. To emphasize something is to create a bigger point of it, to make it more of a point sort of thing. So I really like pizza emphasizes that you like pizza a lot. The next level up from like, apart from I really like, is I love, I guess. So I love watching films. I actually don't. I like watching films. I don't love watching films. I love pizza. You can also say I like pizza a lot. Yes, and it does matter actually about the word order. You can't say I like a lot pizza. I just thought about this. In some languages, you can chuck words about like that, but not in English in this case. A lot, I like pizza. No, you can't say that. Sorry, I don't know why I'm explaining that. Anyway, yeah. I like pizza and I like watching movies, watching films. However, the opposite of these things is, I don't like. So you'd say, I don't like washing up. I actually do like washing up, which is a fact, because it's like having a bath for your hands, especially in winter. You could say, I don't like waking up early. I don't like going to work. These things are not true. Again, I like waking up early and I like going to work. It depends what you do, right? I like it. Right, what else okay. If you really want to strongly say that you dislike something, you say, I hate. Like, I hate slushy, snowy weather. Well, I like snow, but I don't like it when it becomes slush on the ground, and it's kind of half melted. Yeah. I hate slushy snow, but I like snow when it's nice and fluffy. So those are the really basic ways to kind of express yourself. And here are a few more ways to say that you like something, okay? So listen up. You can say that you're really into something, or just simply that you're into something. So, for an example, you can say, I'm really into cars. It just means that you like something a lot. So, what is something that you're into? Try it now, just as you're listening. I'll give you a second. Try that phrase out. I'm really into, and just say what you're into. It's good to, when you're listening, to take time to repeat things so it goes into your head. I like to do this when I'm listening to podcasts as well. So, what are you into? I'm really into football. I'm really into running. I'm super into running, actually. I'm not an amazing runner by any means, but I'm into running. I like it. I enjoy it. In fact, you could say, into the next example, I'm a big fan of running. It's just a casual way of saying that you really like something. So, you might say, I'm a big fan of sports, or I'm a big fan of books. What are you a big fan of? What are you a fan of? I'm a fan of... What was that? Oh, nice. Okay, you're a fan of reading. Very good. Right, next one. You can also say, and this is a bit stronger, I'm obsessed with. I'm obsessed with. It's a lot stronger than just I like. It's much more of a love. So, going back to the start when I said I like pizza, I'm pretty obsessed with pizza. But I don't eat pizza very often because I know it's very, very taxing on your system. It's very bad for you if you eat it too much. So, although I'm really into it and I'm a big fan of pizza, you could even say that I'm obsessed with it sometimes. I don't eat it all the time. So, what are you obsessed with? I'll give you another example. I'm obsessed with reading. I just really, really like it. What's your obsession? Your obsession might be reading as well. It might be writing. It might be essentially any hobby, really, I would say. Something you really enjoy is something that you're going to be obsessed with. My fourth example I've got here is to say something like, I can't get enough of it. So it's when you like something like so much that you just want more and more. So if you're at a dinner at a friend's house, or your friend's parents' house or anything like that, and they say, would you like some more food? And you say, yes, please, I can't get enough of it. They'll love you for that because you're being very polite and it must be very good. So I can't get enough of it. Thank you so much. I'll take some more. Or if someone says, do you like playing chess? And you love chess. You're obsessed with chess. You are a big fan of chess. You say, absolutely. I can't get enough of it. You get it? What can't you get enough of? Enough of. English is hard even for native speakers. Right. Last example on this kind of natural way to use to say you'd really like something. Okay. You can say, it's right up my street. Oh, I'll give you you know what? I've just thought of a bonus, but let me explain this one first. This is a British way, essentially. I don't think it's the US way. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. But it's a way that we describe something in the UK to say that something is kind of, it suits your taste, like you like it. So you say, it's right up my street. So if a friend asks you, did you like the film we saw last night together? You can say, absolutely, it was right up my street. You can say that. I think that sounds a little bit odd, actually, now I say it out loud. I would use it, it just depends on the context. Go ahead and use it. It'll be fine. I think a more natural way to use it, though, is if, I don't know, I thought of an example. You're looking for a job and you say, your friend says to you, check this rollout. Look at this job. I think it's right up your street. It's more when something really suits you. Yeah, I would say that. So like, if you see something that really suits your friend, like a style maybe, like, look at this coat, man, that's right up your street. I think you can even say alley, and an alleyway is the space between two buildings. That's right up your alley. That's right up your street. So what's right up your street? Why would you wouldn't say as a question, what's up your street? You wouldn't say that. Anyway, that's another example. And the bonus, which I just thought of, I've got to tell you, as a Brit, I've got to tell you. It's to do with tea. So if someone says to you, I keep saying film, I need to think of another example. Did you like the show? It's still a film, isn't it? Try again. Did you like I can't think of anything apart from a film or a show. Did you like the book? That'll do. Did you like the book that we had to read in school? No, it wasn't my cup of tea. So you just say it's not my cup of tea, right? That's when you say that you don't like something. It wasn't exactly my cup of tea. That's how you use it. It wasn't my cup of tea. If someone asks you if you like something. I don't think you use it really in the positive sense. Like, oh, that was my cup of tea. Nah, it just sounds a bit strange. You can say it and we will understand you, but it's just not how we use it. It's not really my cup of tea. Oh, making me want another cup of tea now. Anyway, moving on. Let's look at the negatives, right? 5 ways to say that you don't like something. So we had I'm a fan of. You can also just say I'm not a fan of. I'm sorry, 1 second. I just told you it's not my cup of tea. As part of the things you like. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. That's a bonus for the don't like, not for the like. You can tell I'm tired today. Thank you for sticking with me and listening. So anyway, you've got the I'm not a fan of, which is the negative of I'm a fan, okay? So you could say something like, do you like horror films? No, I'm not a fan of horror films. We've been through this one in the positive sense, so I don't need to say too much more about it now. What else we got here? I can't stand it, okay? So that's like when you really, really don't like something. So, for example, you have to wait in a really long queue and you say, I can't stand waiting. It's so boring. Or, I don't know, something that you don't like. Rainy days or something. I like rain. I can't think of anything that... I can't stand rainy days. You could say that. Or, I can't stand golf. It's so boring. You can say it drives me crazy. So, did you like? Do you like the environment that you're in? Do you like the new house? Oh, the road traffic drives me crazy in the mornings. The noise drives me crazy. It's like saying you don't like it. You can say as well something like, it's not my favorite. So that's like it's not really negative. It's more like a soft way of saying you don't like something. Are you enjoying the classes at the minute that you're taking? They're not my favorite, but they're okay. It's just like a soft way of saying you don't like something. And one more way of saying you don't like something is, it's just not for me. It's quite a polite way of saying it. So, for example, reality TV. It's absolutely not for me. So I won't even mention some of the things that people watch. But if it's reality TV, personally, it's just not for me. So there you go. Now, I'll have a quick go through talking about your preferences now. So if you talk about, love and hate, things you like and don't like, there's actually like a way to kind of just talk about what you prefer, what you would rather have than something else. So I've just used that example. You can say, I would rather. So you use it when you're comparing things. So if your friend says, what do you want to do today? You can say, I would rather stay in than go outside tonight. I would rather stay in and watch a film than go out to a bar, for example. You can say, I'd rather. That's talking about what you prefer. And of course, if you're talking about what you prefer, you can also say, I prefer. So simple. I prefer tea to coffee. I actually don't prefer tea to coffee. I like both. I can't think of good examples. Maybe I prefer chocolate to ice cream. Again, I like both, but I prefer chocolate. In one of my videos, I think it was a Christmas video, I spoke to someone and I just said to them, like, what kind of food do you like at Christmas? And then I said something like, are you a sprout person? And it just means, do you like sprouts? So that leads me to the next example where you can say, I'm more of a something person. So it helps to describe the things you like. So you can say, I'm more of a sprout person than a carrot person. It just means that you like sprouts more than you like carrots. Or you could say, if someone says to you, do you prefer the beach or do you prefer the mountains? Do you prefer the sea or do you prefer the hills, right? You can say, I'm more of a beach person than a mountain person. I'm more of a sea person than a hill person. Do you get that? So what kind of person are you? Are you more of a football person or a running person? You can be both. I'm both a football and running person, personally. You can think of your own examples, I'm sure. Another good example is, it doesn't do anything for me. Again, another polite way of saying that you don't really care for something. For example, you could say, modern art doesn't really do anything for me. If someone says, do you like, I don't know, do you like really strenuous exercise at 3 a.m? Oh, doesn't really do anything for me. I'm okay, thanks. I'd rather go to the gym at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, not 3 a.m. It doesn't really do anything for me. Or do you like, I don't know, what is something that you might not like? Do you like sitting and watching paint dry? I'm okay, thanks. It doesn't really do anything for me. One more for you. You can say, I could take it or leave it. I'm not sure if this is very common. I don't really hear it much. But if someone says to you, how do you feel about concerts? I could take them or leave it. Take them or leave them. It means you don't really care much either way. So to keep this at around 20 minutes or so, I'm going to wrap this up now. So I've given you some ideas on what your likes and dislikes are. I'm going to put some of these, I'm going to make the transcript available on, I think it's available on Apple. It will also be available on Patreon. Should be free, but there's also, it's definitely free on Apple if that's where you're watching it. There will be some exercises for you to do with the transcript as well. And what else have we got here? I think that's it really. Just check it out because I'm going to make some transcript questions and things for you with a vocabulary list as well on all this stuff. So thank you for listening. I hope you have liked this podcast. Hope it does something for you and you prefer to watch it or listen to it, and that you can stand it and that it is your cup of tea, if I can say that. Anyway, thanks for listening and I hope you have a good week. Ciao for now.